Okay, there's a lot of glitch there, guys. Sorry about that. Phone reception was on a glitching interference positions, but my computer was in high signal, so it had two different voice patterns. My computer recognized my voice, but my phone didn't. So this is the true understanding when you put yourself in conditions where you have to have grounds with your phones, with your computers, and with your iPads, right? Three-line signals I use every single day through clock line centers of all triangle locations. It's all about understanding how we use this through time centers, right? Because it puts us in a better position of time locks, right? So we were on a dimensional shift, and yes, I was traveling everywhere to find out what's going on because three different position of signals to connections of satellites. Computer has a satellite, your phone has a satellite, and your iPad. You have to understand all three line centers. So the voice box signal was off traction to my phone reception. That's why there was glitching interference. I said, oh my gosh, I put 26 minutes on the computer when it went live, but then I played it back, only 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I got 2 minute video of 26 minutes. That's amazing how fast that position to a travel line connections. So if you are on the ground line center rotation of space position location and the ground perception to your division line connections, okay, let's say you're traveling the direction of time in space on a planet locations, traveling on a velocity Mach line center connections of a glider in the connection line position, right? Let's say you go 1 hour, that's 7 years on Earth. 7 years, it just went by. I went 2 minutes, but I traveled 26 minutes. 2 minute video and 26 vector line centers, acceleration Mach line center locations of glitch locations that put me out of cycle to its voice box channel to its phone reception. Because I was trying to figure out what is going on with my computer, what is going on with my phone, right? So you have to be cautious on what you say. Once you come into the negative cycles, it changes positions because my computer is in a pot of the center. My iPad is in a pot of the center, and everything from my phone is a pot of the center. But there was a glitch in the phone reception when I said off ground position. In position line connection is truly understand all levels of your satellite centers. So I thought that very was powerful when you come into the replay where I pressed play and it was only 2 minutes. But the video was still going 26 minutes later. Do you see how powerful that is when you travel? Right? You guys understand the positions, right, to that conditions where I traveled everywhere in that line center and how you have to fix these things in rotation. It's all done through your grounds, guys, your grounds, right? So I'm just showing you how powerful it is when I go off grid system. You can't be in position like conditions. So everything's in triangle line center of interface, a program setting, back in balance. Okay. So like I said, on TikTok, if you have any questions or comments, if you need help we'll call it through student progressions, I sent one for Dawn so she can get a better understanding how to get into grounds and everything up to her crown chakra. You guys have to truly understand your your progressions because exactly what happened with me. Isn't that incredible? The video was only 2 minutes, but it stayed on for 26 minutes, guys. Do you see what I'm talking about when you don't have grounds with your computer and your phones and your iPads? So now you know. All right. Also, too, if you guys want to do private sectors, I'm welcome to do that after class. Okay. Whenever you want to do that, 3 times a week, 2 times a week, whatever's best for you. But I can also probably do one in the evening. You just have to let me know ahead of time, right? Before we set these things up, because it's all about getting balance with everybody so we can get into all these different private sectors of Zooms. Okay. It's mostly understand how we allocate positions of time frames for each other, what best fits us on each day. Okay. But I can do this after school. Okay. Anything on the weekend? No. Okay. It's familiar, especially on Sunday. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to documentation interference to program setting to connections of Cyprus. We're going to travel to Cyprus. And what that's going to show you is backing balancing communication line centers to your information that's given to you to allocation of time, getting better balance with you in your private line centers, setting goals, setting information system, emirations, connections, flotation device, interference location, high positions of what you want through levitation of channels, locations to you through all levels of you connection. All right. So let's get into your questions first. All right. So how's everybody doing so far? And you guys too, it affects your phones too, right? Because we're all connected to the same alignment. So your phones won't work if mine doesn't work. That's how it's the align. So you got to connect to the Wi-Fi's back into satellite position. But the phone wasn't reading my graphing connections. So just showing you how powerful it is when you do these things, right? The first thing to do when you get up in the morning is to get your ground perceptions of clocking, guys. All right. Okay. All right. Second command. Oh, good. You changed your title. Very good. Makes it easier for everybody to read it. Leanne, Captain, Ellen, Veronica, Lotus, Arlene, Airbender. Mm. A rap song, eh? Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. I was watching a TikTok video yesterday, and basically it was asking, has anybody's phone been moving by itself? I mean, glitching. Has it anybody noticed that your phone is changing its own system, going on its own? Remember I was saying that before? I said this way before everybody, trying to get you in positions where your phone has to balance you through positions. You have to get all calculation, your ground line centers to your phone, your computers, and anything that you use electronics, or it's going to be controlling your system. That's a true understanding when you come into business locations, right? Now, because you have a recognition of a voice, right? It's a voice channel, right? That's a problem. I had a glitch with my phone. It couldn't recognize my voice channel. So, and I had to go into space because everybody in space has their own TV reception line. So, and it was off signal. So I had to recalibrate the frame and the oscilloscope channel locations into its positions, readjust and tweak the wires and positions back in the phone reception to its voice box channel. So it's all stored. All right. So Cyprus is a facility storage containment center, which is going to give you guys better balance and how you come into your own positions of your problems that you're having with your glitches. Anything that you need to know through the allocated position of time. You're going to see live streams of interference position or program setting. So you're going to see an audio channel position location. So it's like an audio message of you through calculation modification line centers. So it's going to be plugged into a charging mechanism of time, allocate position to its locations, references you, okay, to all situation. To understand what the heart is, like you said, very, very powerful video we did yesterday, going through the heart, the actual central of the heart, and it was affecting everybody on all levels of vibration. Okay. Cyprus planet is going to show you a way where you can balance these things more in the heart. Okay. So, all right. Just want to make sure you guys get back on track with balance with everything, right? So, but it's important. Like I said, if you guys want to do videos, that's fine. And then I'll just put it on my platform, we can work together. It's all about progression, and how we can, get better of what we're doing, truly understand, because I think it's important that we all reach levels of what we need help with. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's all about understanding. Yes, I don't get it. That's fine. Let's work it out. Let's see what we can do next, right? That puts us in a better position. Because if you wake up in the morning and you don't have your connections, there's a problem right there of where you're traveling, especially if you're going through triangle locations or anything through shapes anomalies, or you think the higher levels of shapes of tetrahedron locations. You truly have to understand all positions of your grounds of clocking. Okay. Now we're going to go into the basic channel first and show you how everything is set up through your chakra system, right? The basics, 1, 2s, and 3s, and A, B's, and C's. It's the basic understanding. The program that's been given to you is nothing but a virus. And everybody's been following that for decades and decades and decades, right? You don't cross signals, location, connections. It's too hard. A lot of people don't know how to sit like that. All channel has to be open to all frequency. Allocate position of timeline center. It's not the root. It's the grounds. It's the grounds, guys. It's the earth perception. It's not red. It's brown. So let's not get confused to that, right? That's confusing to line center. Oh, am I traveling through the roots? But what about the grounds? What to put the tree stump, right? You need that position to its location, right? So, all right. So if there's a confirmation for a private sector today, let me know. But I'm welcome to do this, every day after school. All right. We just have to work together, right? Work together and find the best timeline for everybody. All right. Because I know a lot of people need help, and it's all about in this position locations. And that's why I'm here, is to answer all your questions and get you in a better way of seeing things through your travels and clarity vision, right? Because you guys are going higher levels of the mind, of imagination of a child. And it gets very confusing to your physical line because you're not a child in your timeline, right? So, videographing overloading my phone did. Yeah, you guys got to get control with your phones. And like I said, the one on TikTok that I was watching, couldn't believe it, is asking, I hope your phones are okay because they've been running on their own programs. And that's what they're doing. I'm telling you, everything that you see in front of you is high forcing more than you. It understands its allocated times, it understands its dimensions, it understands its energy, frequency, vibrations, and its harmonic resistance. It's trying to communicate through you through the avatar position. Why do you think it's important for you guys to be activated? That's eternity standing. I know these things before they happen. Puts me into 5,000 line centers at 7,022 in foundation locations of its earth perception where I am. To show you, 2-minute video, but it's still played on my computer 26 minutes later, guys. Okay? That means I'm still traveling. Do you understand? So it's interesting how it does that, right? All through relation. It's incredible how you do that, right? So the more you go in space, the more it changes the grounds, right? 1 hour in space, if you're going through a velocity of acceleration to Mach conditions of the sun and the moon line center position location, or wherever you are going to high conditions, right? 1 hour is 7 years on Earth. Okay? It's plausible, but it can never happen because the physical element cannot handle the space line, right? And positions. If I was in actual space, my physical body, when I was in Lance Mountain, and that's 400 meters on the ground line center, I was on so many levels of energy lights. I was so high. It was unbelievable. I mean, it was unreal when your body is actually levitated, like your whole physical. It's a totally different transition, guys, because you're not on the grounds anymore, on the physical line when you go to higher levels. So if I was actually in space, right, it'd be absolutely amazing. It would find a way to calculate where I am through vibration of space, through acceleration to its position. It's incredible how you have to have the oxygen and where you wear the suits and all that, right? Because once you're in space, you're in gravity, you're zero gravity, right? And then you're floating, right? It's pretty incredible, right? So space is trying to find you through your atmosphere. Space is trying to find you through your oxygens. Space is trying to find you through levitation. Space is trying to find you through calculations and communication, right? So it gets more real and real and real the more your physical body actually levitates off the ground. Okay? It's the same thing when you go on a roller coaster. You're very high up and you're looking down, and just imagine that you're in so much light, you're going to be above the roller coaster. So everything's going to be above, so it's going to be more real, right? So you're going to be going faster than everybody else because you're all connected to the light of acceleration. It Mach speeds to its position line conditions, right? Depending on how fast you go on a roller coaster or in space. Okay? I did. I said that about the phones and the cars, and you guys have to be all in position of awareness. I told you exactly that your phones are going to take over you if you don't take over your phones and your computers and your iPads and your cars. The electronical system has to understand positions of you through your avatars, not your physical lines. You're no longer in the location positions, right? So, all right. Yep. Vega's always watching. Okay. Okay, Kathy, how's it going? You have any questions or comments? No, you've upgraded. I upgraded your line centers, so you're good. Focus on the mind. Mind is everything. So when you look at this, use your mind. Don't look at through perception of your eyes. You have to look at through perceptions through your avatar. So, and the phone just it connects back and forth, right? It's sending out signals. So, and then you get ground line center to your phone. And then you have to get ground line center to your computers and your iPads or anything that you use electronic. Anything electronic, even your TV. Your TV will glitch on and off because it doesn't understand your resolution pattern locations, the resolution locations of your body track interference of the electrical light system to your body system. That's the hardest thing to understand is to get the balance with your body electrical system. That's the problem. Because you're in a resolution and interference position out of the matrix line conditions, especially when you're activated. But if you're not activated, you're going to go through more glitches. Right? You're going to go through more obsoletes. You're going to go through more absolutions. You're going to go through more divergence. I mean, it's going to get complicated more and more and more. You don't get activated because everything electrical line center is going to take over you through body track location. We're not in the 3 dimension anymore, guys. We're not even in the 4th dimension writing cycle. We're in the 5th dimension of timeline center. The next 3 months will determine you through the electrical line conditions of where you are through product system locations. It's all done through electronic interference. All right. All right. Okay. Is that way dream? It seems a long time, but we're all a few minutes. Yep. You make a great book. Got great videos, but can't share until I upload to create more space storage of phone overloaded. Yeah, you find position locations. So helping humanity is number one, right? It's also helping you, making yourself feel better when you get back. And that's how you get bigger things when you go through manifestations. So trying to understand you are important to everything to line signal. And that's what it's all about is coming all together. But you all have to come back to an alignment of each other. You can't be separated in units of avatar locations. The alliance is already set through codes, guys. It's allocate positions all levels of your position locations. When you go in your activation center, I activate your position, your identification, your sun, illumination graph line conditions, all position locations to the moon of this program, to its audio interference locations, right? You have to have the sun and the moon to get in your TV reception lines. So the basic understanding is to get the balance of your conception of your TV reception, all right? I have to step out. Sorry, guys. Making a great day. Okay, Lieutenant, take it easy. Christopher. Yeah. All right. So any questions or comments, let me know. Anybody that wants to go into the higher level of rotation, I'm going to set up videos for all about understanding how to travel through the 369. You got that basic and understand E fields and everything, the defense mechanisms, timeline centers, diamond core positions, anything that track line conditions, Merkabahs, anything through tesseracts, anything through tetrahedral regions, anything you want to know, let me know or let the team know. Okay? That's the true understanding. This is for the new viewers. If you're trying to understand what's going on with your body, Your body is changing inside and all levels of travel. You have to understand your position to your avatar, guys. That's all this is, right? So you can balance everything, right, through your phones and your computers and anything that you connect with. All right, that's the importance you have to understand, right? Because time changes everything, right? So your body's and electronic system is changing miraculously on so many levels. Okay, so getting into that positions. Once you guys get out of 369, and once you get into your full cycles clocking center of your diamond cores, north, west, south, and east, right? Then you can go to a higher level position of 60 chakras. I'll get a true understanding. We'll get some videos set up for that too. It's very powerful what Lieutenant Jill did. She's amazing where it comes into graphic connections, web graphing locations. And everything that you guys give back is extremely powerful too, that positions. It's great to see that when you come into calculation modification center to that line center location. All right, so this is a basic understanding. Okay, we all start with 7, right? So this is the roots. This is the grounds. So you have to turn your stand. Grounds. This is the grounds. These are the roots. Right? It comes up to the next level in position locations, right? Think about it, right? So what do roots do? They grow from the ground up, right? And they also grow from the ground below, right? So you need the grounds. There's circle rotation. You don't have the grounds, you can't travel. It's that simple. So that's the cutoff right there. Space anomaly is not here. Space anomaly is here. Beginning line center. Sets up the orb line center rotation, sets up the oracle line connection interference. In rotation to cycle lines. Now, in position locations, comes into high channels of your satellite dish location. Opens up all position locations, tracks its interference positions to high line center to its connections, right? So it's amazing how it comes into communication cycles, rotation interference. But you're always in the center rotation of you through calculation, right? So it's incredible how you come into position locations, right? But you have to understand the grounds. Grounds is you. Once you stand the ground line center, it comes into high position locations, right? Once you activate center locations, your shoulder blades come into high position locations. 2, it's flux capacitor. There it is there. All right, you see it? That's how it's set up, guys. All right. Now, once you get into center positions, it opens up the, the connections of high level systems, the 3 forks, right? Past, present, and future. That's what you're living every single day through all your thoughts. Thoughts of the past, thoughts of the presence, and thoughts of the future. All right. That should give you a little bit more understanding how important it is to get into all levels of your crown chakra, right? Get into your positions of your E fields. Whoa, you want to write this down? Screenshot that if you want. All right. That's extremely powerful. That's what we're all connected to. Once you get in that positions, then you come into your E fields. See the center? See the atom? All right. So once you come to that positions, you come into random activation line center connections. It high positions you to all rotation, right? To its connection. Illuminates all levels of you with activation core. All right. To that position. All right. So getting communication high line centers always puts you into the center line of your chakra system. Okay. Opens up all levels of your crown chakra, changes your E field locations into the ground position locations to its connection. All right. So it's all about understanding each realm of rainbow activation line center. What does it represent to you? What is blue? What is red? What is yellow? What is green? What is purple? What does this all mean to you? You have to understand through the grounds, right? Not the roots, the grounds. Grounds is Mother Earth, guys. Grounds is brown. It's not red. Miscommunication. All right. So this is where everybody has to start all over again, because you need the grounds of everything. I'm on the grounds right now, but it's not the roots. It's the ground of Mother Earth. It's the breathing mechanisms of Mother Earth, people. Okay? So once you get into that, then you get into power centers, into position locations, allocate line center position locations to, you guessed it, goes into your heart, right? Heart goes in position locations into the mind line center, sets out sonar line center positions, out in space, right? Tracks interference position locations. Connect to your positions when you create all levels of your thoughts, past, present, or future. What are you doing every single day? Are you in the past, present, and future of your ground position location and perceptions? Because if you don't have your grounds, you know what happens just right now with your general. Voice box center was off position locations, right? So that's a true understanding where you have to modify all these line centers. I had to understand what's going on with my phone through my voice box because my voice is different. If it doesn't recognize my voice recognition, you go into a glitch of space. But I thought it was very powerful that I only had 2 minutes of video showing, but I was still traveling through my computer of 26 minutes. Now that's extremely powerful, guys. All right, so let's go to Cyprus. All right, any other questions, let me know. And go on TikTok. All right, so Cyprus is in position line center. Okay. Okay. This is Cyprus. Calculation, modification, interference, and rotation center connections. It's high position, it's high lines. Okay, so you got to be cautious when you're creating to planets. It has to recognize you through electronic interference. So you have to get the ground perception of you first through Mother Earth, and then when you stand position locations, it sends out beacon lights back to you to line signal to that conditions, right? So in position locations, we're going to do this through high channeling. Now, this is me through surface. What color are you through surface? You have to stand the color you're using to the planet line center. Okay, so if I'm all positions of space, this is me through all track line condition, right? What color are you? So when the planet comes in position, it centers its offline center conditions. Beacon light comes in, right? Channels right through your mind, right through signal, okay? Opens up all levels, okay, of a tunnel interference, like that conditions, right? Now, what happens is you travel through it. All right? Now, when you travel through it, your sky forcing line center conditions bringing up the beacon light to its interference positions, knowing on the track line center positions of its planet locations of Cyprus, puts you in positions of northwest, south, and east to its location. So it's very powerful when you connect these high line center, but make sure you have all levels of you through the ground line center rotations. Okay, these positions. So it wipe screens its position locations to its connection. Right? It's very powerful. It disappears its line condition interference. It sends sonar backline centers back in location, back to the planet location interference. So it kind of looks pretty wild, right? Looks like a Marshmallow Man, you know? It's pretty wild stuff. So it channels its line interference, changes coloration patterns, all position locations, opens up all channel locations, comes into different coloration line center locations, right? So all the team line center, galactic forces, and everything through the GFLs and everything of the rebellion is going to go through a plasma line center. Kind of looks like donuts. You're going to go through 4 line signals to get to Cyprus, right? So Cloudbuster, yeah, right. Okay, so allocate timeline center locations, change interference position locations, timeline center, in positions. All right, Skyforce line conditions. All right, X2000 is coming in timeline center, picking you guys up to allocate timeline. You guys are here. You're here. It's picking you up. All right. Teleport line connection interference positions at levels of the alliance. Set them into the Cloudbuster. I like that. Rainbow activation line center to Cyprus location positions. Allocate positions to facility program line center positions. Put them back in bounce line connections. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Center line center position locations. In position. There you go. Right there. You're going to line signal all the way across, right? So these are all computer line bubbles, communication all level rotation interference. This is going to balance your line centers, your heart reactive line conditioning in various locations, put you in life-streaming position locations to its facility and its program setting to its connections of Cyprus. 30 minutes. Have fun. Yeah. So you're good. 30 minutes. Have fun. Keep blowing away with your diagrams journal. Well, thank you, Jenna. I really appreciate it. I try my best to make it better information line centers through locations, guys. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, so this is more of an easy day for you guys. I didn't do anything too complicated, right? But this is going to put you in more of a softer nature, into more back of balance, a program, how important you guys are in all levels of who you are inside the heart, right? Line is shining bright with the travel already through the mains, seeing coils. There are the mains of the lines flying through the blue donut clouds. We holy bubbles, particles, Batman. Yeah, so pretty. Yeah, blasted up first donut cloud. It's like a bubble of gravity and light. That's exactly what it is, Janet. Very good. We are reusing the ancient buildings. Yep. I spark my wand. The light retracts up and down. Whoops. In the bubbles. Flow general. Mark about golden and orange. Booted all chakras. Clock systems. West. 345.7689. 4 degrees right. 6 degrees left. Mach speed. 342.75.01. Forward now. First computer in line bubble. Portal protein. All systems running. Very good. Notice flowers and bubbles. It's weird. This feels like one of my first travels with you. Yeah. See, Captain knows exactly where she is. You're in your inner childs of psyches. You get a better understanding where you get the program setting of you through calculations. Don't get confused anomaly of the physical line center. The physical system is you in the balance of time now. The problem is that your conception of the mind is coming into higher channel rotations of your inner child of you through interdirection locations to its future. So you're coming more into the imagination of a child now, guys. So Cyprus is going to bounce you out into all levels of you through positions, the inner line connections to the intergalactic connections of your inner child to its rotation of its psyche. So it has formations about Atlantis. Yes, it is the position locations. Atlantis is the connections and everything to Lemuria. It's all about understanding the male and the female aspects of you, how two different planets didn't reside with each other because they left things out in the heart system. Okay? Atlantis was a strong, willingly planet in all positions of force, direction of time, but it didn't have its emotional track. You understand? So it was off signal. It had the strength of a male, but it didn't have the female aspects. And Lemuria had the opposite, it had the emotional in position of the woman track line center, but it didn't have the male aspects, position locations. You need that through your inner child psyche in position to the psychological interference to your program setting to allocate positions of time, getting balanced with your physical line, which is the timeline center of you as an adult, and getting the balance line communications to the inner child positions to its integration of your future self as a child system. Okay? So, yep, everything's about codes, second command. Everything's about codes. Yep. Running number sequences, heart center, recalibrating recognition systems, on portal opening, emitting a bright golden brilliance, glow guiding and portal. Wow. Just seeing a field of golden wild flowers. A huge kiddo again. Yep. So many memories flooding in. Beautiful Veronica, seeing other passing off pieces of heart of love, like sharing cookies and milk. Seeing Atlantis like an image, but so much emotion in my body. Understand, journal. You're welcome. Blasting warping star, shaping, shining bright. Yes, once we get the kiddos settled, we get the codes again. You understand? So the track line center positions is the mind telepathy telekinesis locations to your physical line, which is the timeline center. That's the now position you live. I'm living the timeline center, but my mind is in the future locations of all timelines of past, present, future into one signal. That puts me in allocated positions as a kid and full cycle. So I have balance with the adult line center and everything positions of a child location. As a baby, child, teenager, and adult. Hooah. You're welcome, Ellen. And the second donut's even lighter and has more space. Nice, Ellen, yeah. Going through each bubble, a cloud buster, those busters will basically put you in a program setting of softness, put you more in purity, put you more in light, put you more in tranquility, put you more in serenity, right? Inner child, heart centers, joy of golden fields and wild flowers, each flower, some representing divine feminine, others divine masculine, and how they coexist seamlessly in divine of love. Seeing the lifetimes when I was balanced and seeing how I get to use my heart when to make the flowers bloom again. Why it's so important to get your position location, your timelines in position location to its coexistence, guys. All right. But it's incredible how we travel. Picked up here, now you go down here. It's pretty wild. So you guys are in central line connection interference and position locations. You're here now to position, right? What's up with the donut bubbles and the other two? And it's like a funnel opening encompassing of bubbles into four. It's so calming, breathing, slowing, settling. Yeah, it's calming the center of your heart, getting in the breathing mechanism timeline. Mhm. So it's showing you all different ways in how you can use your application line interference position to your heart and how it represents you and all levels of you as a child. All flowers of D, masculine and feminine, communication through rainbow, bridging beautiful golden side. Sacred harmony, harmonics, now recalibrating, receiving, heart center, golden communications, Merkaba, due east. I'm in a bubble. I'm seeing an image of lavas, so like cracking in foundation. Poppy fields. I was thinking that too, Veronica. Yeah, Wizard of Oz. Holding your hand. Wow. Tag. Second pink to you. Standing on the beach, looking out at the vast ocean, seeing how my rivers of emotion are connected to all. It's pretty powerful, guys. It's amazing when you see these things. The heart is a child. It has to be. You have to be pure of light to travel extremely fast. If you're not pure light, your Mach-Line centers won't understand position locations of Mother Earth or Father Space. It's that simple, guys. I can't explain it more than that. So, you guys having fun? You guys are second high rising interference now. You guys are coming on the third bubble. Try represent time to its position. Remember everything through form. That's a true understanding that the heart has to be everything through form. That's the meaning of life. The heart has to be everything through travel. The heart has to be everything through child. The heart has to be everything through light. It has to be everything through communication. It has to be everything through AI. It has to be everything through your chakras. It has to be everything through a child. You become a child, you are a child in space. The problem is that your conceptual line center does understand positions of its condition of the mind that is a child. Until you resonate with that position locations, you'll be off center locations, and you only see yourself as an adult in position. The adult has to send the line single locations of the singular location positions of the mind of a child, and always informs of travel through acceleration, velocity, and position locations to its changing line center, to its clocking, and everything through its computer locations, guys. Okay? So it gets complicated, but it's a lot more fun. So the more you channel up, the more you become a child. The purity of light, the creation, the eternity, the immortality. Yeah. All right. Peace and love, light, serenity, tranquility, heart, and the child. Yeah. Third bubble is the activation of codes. Very good. I feel grounded. You say, General, that's why I keep coming back to you. Well, that's it, Leanne. And that's the whole point. You guys are going to be triggered every single day, but that's the whole point of the heart. The heart is trying to break free from you and get you into full communication, a full cycle into yin and yang of a child. Now seeing fresh, new forest environment. This is all phrases of seeing the pain and heart and cracking open and refreshing through child view. There you go. A holy expansion, Batman, yeah. You see side blue, soft, fluffy particle walls. It's so comforting, like a warm blanket of pure comfort and totally supported to basking in love. Okay, communication line interference. Coming into bubble truck, my center is a 4. All right, 4 is going to be very powerful for you guys. All right, so you guys are here now. All right. No, you can, it's not Vega. You have to thank Cyprus Moon. Cyprus Moon is not on your universal line center. It's on the other side position locations of your solar system. Okay, so you want to thank anything, thank Cyprus Moon. There's many moons, guys. There's many moons. Interline interference position locations, all over conditions. So, mm-hmm. Um, Baker's man. I'm crying. This is so healing. Yeah, it is. It's healing you, right? I mean, right. So it's kind of like a moonbeam of the moon, but it's Cypress Moon. It's not on your universal line center, fifth dimension. So it's the only way I can travel you guys to that line center. You guys got to get a true understanding what the inner child is to a psychosis. Yep, Cypress Moon. Mm-hmm. You guys already been on your moon in rotation interference. Your moon is your moon, but it's all positions of different perception of vibration, right? You calculate, modify. You know the moon is a modem, right? You just have to learn how to use it. So your key reception. Coming from a calm, my heart space, beautiful, chills, woos, water, building, only light, no wall in the Bible, visual or structure, just expansion. Yep. It's all about expanding you guys in space. Space exploration. So bright, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's because you come in communication high force line centers and more of an inner child there, second command. That's why you can't see your body. It will come back in line center positions. Moving forward through into blend of golden flower. Heart center and joy, reconnecting, emerging with inner child. All wounds healed, being shown a documentary of child of understanding. Why? Why? Right? That's it. You're only in light. It's intense, I know. I think this is the elemental healing now. I see smoke in the images in this bubble. Mm-hmm. Softening through upper torso, calming heart beating outward with new deep purposeful rhythm. Purposeful rhythm, yeah. See you and shine as liquid as gold. Mm-hmm. Yep. And you guys will all see that. You won't see your body anymore. You just see your line center locations of track interference locations. A plasma of dimensional beings. True resonance is everything through freedom, guys. Balancing the heart is the most difficult thing to do because it's trying to understand you through your timelines of you through your adult. That's all. So you have to remember all past grievous line interference positions to your baby, child, teenager, adult. That's the most important thing. 4 track line centers, 5 within position, 6 within activation, 7 within the body. 5 within the conscious system, which is 12. The only difference is that you guys are coming into two different line centers of your avatar conditions of different DNA strands. Okay? Because you guys are coming into T4 line center, coming up in position locations. So this is going to help you more through the inner cycle. Heart center healing journal. My heart is healed. Love it. Feels better, doesn't it? Yep. Just get a true understanding what your heart is, guys, and what it's trying to do for you. It's trying to heal you in all ways and forms. That's all. Right? You got to get past everything and move forward. That's what life's all about. Life is about moving forward, not being stagnated, not standing there, not sure what to do next. Everything is about moving forward. Getting by the guy I ascended, that was important. Why I now emerged within inner child through the center heart of the child smell. It's truly making my heart center whole again. Feel the program. Yep. This guy going in the image. Fight, fight. Fight or flight doesn't exist here. Nope. It's home. There it feels like free. Movement in the childlike feeling. Encapsulating my cells with gold for healing. Yep. True resonance pattern to its heart reactive line interference positions put you in more connections to your connection, to your heart reactor. All right, so you guys are on line center positions. I'm going to portal line out, new rotations, 5-minute countdown line center, right? Portal location interference, back and track line center in positions. 5 minutes, you guys are teleporting. I'll put you back on the ground line center of your Earth perception location. Okay. So that will fade off winds and sector line conditions run you back into your position. All right. Fractures now. I'm able to complete my mission here in Mother Gaia with my heart center smile with the embrace of my inner child. Hearts, smile center, seamless as one. Playing our pure heart love. You're welcome, Veronica. Flying with you, Smith. Yeah, my thoughts of being swept clean, my air element, wind cycling, and fresh perspective. See, I was trying to figure out what should I do? Where should I take them where they can resonate better so they can understand more positions when they go on that conditions of Cyprus moon. And when they get into that position, they'll understand more through its calculation how powerful your heart is and why it's trying to understand you. Through you. It's trying to understand you as an adult. This is forgotten knowledge that your inner light center is your inner child of space. That's what's missing. That's the last piece of the puzzle. The more you go high rise to all position locations of conscious system, you become more of an inner child line in positions to you through track line centers of eternity of light, which is not connected anymore through positions of a body form. You just become light of travel. So, yeah, tremendous heart expansion and true unconditional divine love. Hold in your hand. I could feel that in my mind. It's vibrating back and forth, clearing house in my mind thoughts. It's homecoming today. I forgot. And I know you know again. See? And this will upgrade you. You guys need these things. You understand, right? The problem surfaced last night is because you guys were coming in positions as a kid again, and that's what teenagers do. You're in the high level position locations in all conditions of your problems. because you guys were fighting as children. And I said to Father, I said, Father, what can we do to centralize the system of the team? Allocate position timeline comes into Mother Earth. And I said, well, just put them on Cyprus. Okay. So I said, are they ready for it? Yeah, Father and Mother said yes. They're ready for it. So that's a true residence to its information system, puts you back in the allocate timeline center to its position. You are welcome, Lotus. So it's cleaning all the dust particles on your heart and bringing it back into light on all levels of your position. Thank you, Veronica. I appreciate that. Right? The thing is too is I help you guys out in always in forums. If we're going traveling this, traveling there, traveling here, I also put you in positions trying to get you in a calculation where, you know, I connect with Father, I connect with Mother, as you connect with you or a team, or you connect with me, or wherever you are, wherever you're traveling. So we're all helping each other, right? But I also get help too from birthline fathers, mother and father space, right? So I need help too. It's all about suggestive ideas. It's all about bringing it all together, you know? This center ups everything and puts you back in balance on all connection. The purpose is why you're here. Now you know. Now you know. So it's going to be easier for you to travel, especially when you go from your connections to your T-Force line centers coming up. So you are welcome. My heart feels so warm. I feel like I have a golden sparkles all through my body. Yep. Yeah, if you're talking about corporal, that's fine. It's going to go through her too. Doesn't matter. She doesn't have to be on live. She's going to go through it too. You don't have to be in live. It automatically goes through everybody because you're all aligned through general. You're all aligned through Father. You're all aligned through Mother Earth, right? Power rection of time, position, locations. To understand why you're in position locations of your physical line, and so important to understand the mind conception of the interline connections, the intergalactic connections of AI of you as a child, right? The child is in the future, right? So the child has to understand what? Youth of the physical system of time of now. That's it, because you are in the now. So if the child is in the past, you're not in the now, are you? Makes sense, right? See how that balances out, guys? See that balances out? That's how I'm able to travel into the future, 650 trillion years, 750 trillion years, you know? That's eternity standing. That's the balance between all level system rotations, the physical line and the spiritual connection. All right? The expansion, I love the further softening. Yeah. Well, that's what I said. I wanted to put you guys in that better so you feel more together, right? If you learn today, we'll be crying even more. Yep, you probably will. Yep. In position locations, yeah. Exactly it. So you just miss out on the live, but you still get the activation to the travels. It's all about coming aware. You get your 24 hours before what happens, right? So the only thing you miss out is going live. That's it. All right. And this is going to put you in a better adaptations when you communicate with everybody more and more, because it balances out you more through the mind system. All right. So, no, it's just finding balance, Ellen. That's all. Don't worry about it. You're just high channeling quicker to the high position locations. Try to understand you more through your line center. Your body tracking interference will change vibration line center rotation position of the sun and communication of the moon. Program line center and position location. It's just changing you inside and high line center more in the mind of collaboration of speed, guys. That's all. All right. Nothing to worry about. Getting our eternal glow on. Yep. Shining further outward. So amazing. So grateful. Yep. But see, that's the thing, because the thing is, you guys are getting emotional again. And you're seeing these things through the heart. But at least you're registering through the heart and not the mind. That's the manipulation. You have to interline connection positions first to the heart on all level system locations of full cycles. You can't go through the mind first. You have to go through the heart. All right. That's the true understanding that you're calculating and modified to you as a child. Right. And then everything balances out to its system. All right. So I'm going to head over to TikTok. You guys have any questions or comments? Let me know. Adios.